Hello and welcome back to Activating Positive Energy for Health and Happiness. I am your coach, Sharif, and we are now about to enter the realm of the heart. And in this section, we're going to talk about the emotional challenges that get in the way of our emotional energy and what are some of the positive emotions that we need to nurture, and also some of the exercises that we can do to help us with activating our emotional energy. So let's begin. This is a quote from the Holy Quran, and in Arabic it's Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim, which basically translates to, verily, God does not change people's condition unless they change their inner selves. Does that sound familiar? We talked about Rumi saying, yesterday I was clever, I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. We talked about be the light that you want to see in the world. We talked about this sphere of influence and sphere of control. So it really is the same message. You become what you think about. It's in your hands. It's in your heart. It's in your mind. So you want to see change in the world around you. You want to see change in your external circumstances. Start with yourself. Let's go back to the analogy of this garden that we are growing. And we talked that the thoughts are the seeds that we are planting, and the sunlight is the emotional energy. So this is a powerful image of the storm. Look at the storm. And the storm is coming. And basically the analogy is these negative emotions, like lack of gratitude, anger, hatred, envy, jealousy, complaining, criticism. I'll talk a little bit about each one of these. Very toxic emotions. And if we let them, spread, they really will affect not only our own internal state, but really affect things around us. Because remember, people are fragile, right? So, right, we can't control people, but we can definitely affect them. So be careful. Lack of gratitude. Gratitude is the most important emotion, I believe. And there's so much to be grateful for. There's so much to be blessed for. There's so much to feel good about. So the people that are like, they don't have that lack of gratitude, it's not a very good emotional state to be in. Anger, that storm. Anger is a very, very powerful emotion, and violence, and be kind and gentle and be loving and compassionate with others, right? Hatred. It's a very powerful word. Like, do you really hate someone? I don't hate anybody. And when we come to the positive mental emotions, positive emotions, one of the exercises we're doing about forgiveness, and we'll talk about that. It's so important, the capacity to not only forgive others, but also to forgive yourself. Envy and jealousy, they're very toxic emotions because they feed the lack of gratitude. It's like, why are they better than me, and why do they have... jealousy is bad enough, but envy is even worse, because jealousy is like, I wish I had that. But envy is like, not only do I wish I had that, I wish it got taken away from them. Really, really, really harsh, really toxic, right? Complaining and being critical. La la la, why is this happening to me? I don't have enough of this. I don't have enough of that. Da, da, da. So, I don't need to go into depth about all of this, but we're human. And it's normal for us, if we don't have the self-awareness and if we don't have the desire, to get caught up in this, to get caught up in things like criticism and jealousy and envy and lack of gratitude. But it's gonna really wreak havoc on our emotional state and on our well-being and on our happiness, and it's gonna eat away at that potential positive energy that we can basically transmute. Napoleon Hill talks about this in his book. This transmutation of energy, so powerful. So think about your own level of emotional energy. Think about whether you have a sense or awareness of these emotions and where you are on the scale of, are you grateful? Are you not? Are you complaining? Are you jealous? Are you envy? Yes. Do you hold grudges against people? All of these things, they work together and they are detrimental to your own sense of emotional well-being and happiness, right? So let me start by asking you this really important question before we go into the next section of positive emotions. And this is a beautiful question. What are the things that you are most grateful for? And when we get to the exercises, we can start to actually apply this question into a very specific exercise. But this is, again, just a question and a dialogue. What are the things that you are most grateful for? And do you constantly remind yourself of the things, focusing on the positive, the things that you have, not the things that you don't have? What could have been as opposed to what, like the story of the accident that I told you. So this is the first part of the section about the heart. And in this lecture, we talked a little bit about these toxic emotions, and these are emotional challenges that we need to overcome. Again, we're human, no one's perfect, but at least having the awareness that when you start to feel something, you change it, you transmute it, you polarize it. A fantastic book that I read, and I'm just going to share this with you because it really is. It's in the spiritual tradition, and it's it's called Physicians of the Heart, and it's really about how there are diseases of the heart, and some of these things like criticism and complaining are actually diseases of the heart. And it's funny because the way to manage them is to do the complete opposite. It's difficult. We're not saints, but if you're really upset with someone, buy them a present. And trust me, it's difficult to fathom, but you need to polarize that energy. You need to diffuse it. So thank you for your attention. And in the next section, we're going to talk about the positive mental emotions. And we're going to start to think about how we can apply some of these exercises and some of these frameworks to start to diffuse these toxic energies, these emotional energies, and hopefully start to activate our positive emotions. So I'll see you there.